I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. Gill, who's one of the owners of Grey Bar Hall and the land around the lakes. Thank you so much for your help. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to do this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. So, you know how I've been kind of making videos about Grey Bar Hall for a couple of years, and a few months ago someone called Kev Phillips joined the Cannock Chase Paranormal Team investigations group, and Kev had uploaded a video where he was obviously doing some kind of urban exploring. So I said to Kev, you should check out Grey Bar Hall. And actually, if you look at the Wikipedia for Grey Bar Hall, it mentions that Lady Scott had these dedications, these epitaphs to some of her pets. Yeah, just didn't know where they were. Certainly had never been inside the fence to look at anything. So anyway, as some of you will know from my previous videos, that Kev found one of these stones, and I was fortunate enough to be there with my camera on the day that he found them. And it's the last one. We're pretty convinced of that now. And we were actually there last Thursday. We were at Grey Bar Hall with the landowner, and we were moving this stone. We moved the stone. We did it. We got agreement from the person who owns Grey Bar Hall, from St. Margaret's Church up the road. I say we, Kev did all the work. It was phenomenal. Kev got agreement from all of these people, and we went down there, and Kev brought a crew. Loads of people helped, and I want to say thank you to everyone. There was this weird, almost like a weird feeling, like as if Lady Scott really wanted that stone to go to the church, because at one point, I mean, I got there. We were supposed to be there at 10 in the morning. Kev got there early. By the time I got there, even though he didn't have a spade, I brought a spade with me. He'd already dug around the outside of the stone, and having thought maybe it was this thick, we found out it was this thick. You know, it was like a foot thick or something like that. And so I just thought, okay, we're not going to be here long. You know, we'll dig around it, we'll have a look, but we're not getting that stone anywhere. But thankfully, with us was an engineer who used the mystical and magical power of levers. There were scaffold poles lying around the place, and we used those to move it around with ease. It was remarkable. But there was one point where we needed to get it onto the trolley, and we really needed a couple of really big, strong blokes. So just like that, poof, two big, strong blokes appear, come in, put the stone on the trolley, and go. Kev had previously said, he'd asked me, he said, do you know anyone with a metal detector? Which I don't. And so we got this stone out onto the road and started pushing it up the road. I'm going to say, I don't know, but I don't know. It's a distance. It's, you know, say of the order of 100 meters, perhaps, maybe more. You know, I just measured it because I'm editing the video. 773 meters. So my estimate was crap. Up a slightly winding road that goes uphill. And thankfully, once again, our engineer friend had said, just get this blue, there was this blue pipe. We'd got kind of like paracord wrapped around the stone, and it was on trolley wheels. So we got the pipe around that, and that meant that two people, in the end, we ended up with it kind of over our shoulders like this, just storming up the hill. And once you got it moving, it was pretty easy. We pretty much ran with it. And we do, say maybe it took 5 pushes, you know, 5 pulls to get it up the hill. So we did that. Coming down the hill, 2 metal detectorists. One of them has a heavy-duty pallet truck at home, says, I'll go home and get it. And there was this kind of temptation to say, well, we'll just wait here. But what we did, it was good what we did. We carried on. We got to the substantial kind of metal gates that are up there that are sort of stop people from getting onto Sutton's Drive. And there was a gap under the gate on the right hand side, like a boxed in bit. We got our spades, we cleaned it out, got all the leaves out. We were able to get the stone. It was just wide enough to go through that gap. Came out the other side. By that point, the trolley wheels were completely knackered and were sinking into the ground. And it was over, and there was no way we were going to get the stone to the church. So at this point, the guy turns up with the heavy-duty sack truck, straps the stone on, and it gets put exactly where it needs to go. Oh yeah, and I think it's really important that I mention this. When Kev went to the church to meet with the vicar to talk about where the stone should go and whether they were still on for it and everything, Kev was inside the church, and the vicar said, "Oh, you do realise that Sir Arthur Scott's in the window, don't you?" And pointed to this. And there's like a guy with a really thin moustache, top right corner, brown suit. That is the Sir Arthur Scott, whose favourite horse was the bounder. And the stone that we moved. And you'll see that there are some mysteries, and you'll see, if you watch this video to the end, we got a little bit of a surprise. In fact, we got 2 surprises. Also, I forgot to say, I've recorded this on my GoPro, and a lot of it is using the gimbal, which I still haven't quite got my head around. Some of the time it's great and it's quiet and it's perfect, and occasionally you can hear it whirring, and sometimes it starts vibrating. So when that happened, I just switched it off, and hopefully been able to edit through that, and the video's okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, we're all set. I got this gimbal for Christmas. It's brilliant.
Toys and their toys. Your son bought one, we used it for the first day. Fantastic this is. Never took it out of the box again.
Really? You got one of these? They're fab, aren't they?
But yeah, you see how it tapers? It's getting thinner to the top, and that's more obvious now. This was stood upright as a headstone, but the biggest headstone known. Do it from that side as opposed to this side, because that's the thinner side.
Oh, it does look like one, doesn't it?
See how it tapered? And to be honest, the writing stops here, so that would have been buried underground.
Ah,
you see what I mean?
That explains why the writing's only to... It's like got a lower third, hasn't it?
Bob, are you suggesting we at least just try and leverage it to just see how heavy it is?
What I would like to do is lift it from the front just to see if it'll lift.
So you think you'll get it on the trolley?
I don't know, but it's like it's worth a shot while we can lift it with such ease with leverage. It just, even if we fail, we might as well attempt it now we've got it up. So I think maybe if we use more leverage to get another brick under it, and then wheels will go.
What we need to do is lift it higher and put all the bricks a foot back.
So we've got the angles of it, right? Right, shall we try again? Okay. You want me to take over, Bob, and you can just dictate.
We think that the side of this stone, it looks like a carving of a tree. So this is what we've got. We've got a length of pipe, a piece of, what would you describe that as, shoelace?
It's paracord, but it's basically like just a bit stronger than shoelace. In fact, we've snapped one already.
Yeah. And the wheels are fucked.
Yeah, the wheels, we're not even wheeling it anymore. In fact, that's, you can't quite see, but that, it looks punctured, but certainly this side, we're on plastic. We are, look, oh we're nearly on metal. Oh my God.
There's going to be sparks.
Look at that back wheel, Toby.
Sparks are going to fly.
It's like, fuck me. And we've got still a fair way to go. We might actually not get it that far. Because it's going to be easier to leverage it now. Yeah. Because now those wheels are going to sink into that ground now.
If this bloody gate opens, you won't be happy.
No, it's locked.
What about the sack truck?
It's coming, but we don't even know if that'll be enough to leverage it, and I'm just wondering.
And then we've got to hump it onto the sack truck.
It's quite the obvious.
I can't believe you got it onto that bloody case.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting it through the gate. That was the easiest part, that was.
We had
divine intervention.
I tell you what, that ain't going nowhere, is it?
No, we were
It's
actually
going to stay there forever.
Just yesterday we were
Right
saying
there.
we'll bring it to camp and we'll have a race.
That's plastic pipe work now, didn't he?
What a brilliant idea.
Whose idea was that?
We ran up the road with that, you know.
We did.
All my confidence is in you, Chris.
Turn here, three.
Go! Excellent job, Jen.
Walk it
Just
forward.
later then, Joe.
Well, I've missed this social interaction. Can't flat lockdowns over the legs.
Yeah, I reckon that we don't even, I mean, hold it, but I reckon we would. We're going to put it where it goes. No, we can put it next, where it goes next to a grave, on the grass. Because these wheels are nice and fat. Can I show you where we're going before we do this?
No, did you know there's a number carved on the back of it?
That'll be the Mason's number.
Yeah. Get your camera in.
I know, I've just heard. 989.
6-6. just.
Oh!
Died.
Died. It's the back of a gravestone, isn't it?
1899.
Yeah.
Shit.
No
There's a one
way.
there.
Died January
No way.
1899.
Wouldn't that be brilliant to put that somewhere where you can see both sides?
It's got to.
Yeah.
I think.
We can't, it's
I
got
think.
to go against the wall.
Oh, okay. But it.
They don't want an animal's headstone in the graveyard.
But in all fairness, it's like,
Yeah, but if that's
Who
the
is this
humans
thing?
as well,
Yeah, if that's a humans as
yeah,
well.
then they can't stop it from there.
Yeah.
Well, Dave.
January
I'm talking to an
20th,
expert now.
30th.
Sandstone or concrete.
Just have a look, Kevin, if there's anything below the strap, if there's anything more.
Tell you what, your eyesight's not bad, is it? Bob?
Yeah, they're bloody cool.
You're good.
When you said, "Do they know there's writing on there?" I thought, well, yeah, of course we
Might be a
do.
piece of
Not on
The
that
other
side.
No, the writing was above, look, but it's worn.
Yeah.
The writing was here, look.
It's only part of the stone, is it?
You tell me they're using the same stuff.
Reused an old gravestone.
Yeah.
No, I think that this is,
Upcycled it.
I don't even think that's, no, these were rich people. This is something or someone else. Either another animal or a person.
Or
Wait,
the-
1890? When did
the-
Sir Arthur Scott die?
I thought you said 1883.
We're going to have to double check that.
see,
Yeah, I think the writing was up because that's a definite letter there.
don't get carried away, because gravestones, if they make a mess of the writing, they can't put it right, so they turn it over and use the other side.
Yeah, but these were super rich people. They wouldn't recycle nothing.
No, but the stonemason might well have
Stonemason,
done.
the,
He wouldn't have
the
told
art.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kept a secret.
So
I'm
does
not
that-
saying it isn't related to what's on the front, but it's not necessarily.
Yeah,
Nothing
don't
further down,
ruin
is
this for us.
Okay.
No, but so does that mean that it was always supposed to be laid down then, with that on the back?
Maybe it's hidden then, yeah?
If it's as you go around the old houses, National Trust, you find lots of pets plaques lying on the ground.
Race out of this. But if you notice, the script on the other side only goes down maybe 2/3. The idea being that the other third is in the ground.
Well, you reckon left a bit.
Right then.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.
That'd be the most beautiful place for it, actually. Right where it's sitting.
Don't fucking believe it.
Well, you've done a
That's a miracle.
Take my phone number in case you need to do another one.
Have you put it the right way round, Kev?
Yeah.
If we put it right way.
Hey, so you can see the other side still.
Yes, you can still put your head on and see the back.
Yeah.
Phil King,
Let me get my gloves back on because I've stopped for a second then, hang on. What we're going to do, walk it back.
If you tilt it forward, you can pull the sack hook out. Just tilt it forward, the sack hook should come out.
Yes.
Go on, type it in.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it'll be fine.
right? Is that or horse history?
Horse history, yeah.
Horse history, yeah.
Look, there's Toby. It's hard to see the smile on his face with his COVID mask on.
Tell you what, good, I can't possibly
And there's the stone. And there's Lady Scott. And these are the people that helped this to happen. Minus one who's gone to the van with his wheels, but never mind. What's his name again?
That's David.
Dave. My mate Dave.
Has anybody got that brush?
Yeah, he's gone to get it. I said if we give it, because you can see the writing more, it's just that it's covered in shite at the minute. But the reason it looks white is because I put flour on it to bring the writing out.
Cool. I'm fairly sure that the stuff on the back's not related to the stuff on the front.
You reckon?
I'd put money on it. If you go around this churchyard, you won't find anything on the back of it.
No. But if this, it can't have been stood up then.
Amazing.
If it was always in the ground, that makes sense, doesn't it? They could have not mentioned what was on the back. And it gets put exactly where it needs to go.